The world bankers are the ones that have destroyed the rainforest down in Brazil. There was a token rubber stamp for these massive loans to go out of our world banking system into the hands of Brazil and Mexico and the Latin America countries, and we don't know really how those monies were spent. Billions were spent on dams that don't work. Rainforests were slashed down and ruined by the very people that were saying that they wanted to save our ecology, save our biospheres, and keep the world safe for mankind. This is our common future, by the way, according to the world elite, the people that are going to control the one world religion coming out of this, the one world banking system. Our common future is like these poor Ethiopians who have been turned against by their very own government. An amassing of today $1.1 trillion in debt and accrued interest that cannot be paid back, most of which cannot be paid back by these poor little third world countries, has accumulated. According to David Rockefeller, he says that nearly $400 billion in debt is owed to a number of commercial banks, including his own bank, the Chase Manhattan. There is no way that they can pay these back. These loans are uncollectible. We have $150 billion in equity in our banks that can absorb the shock of the first $150 billion that is written off. And after that first $150 billion is written off, Charles, the next $750 billion is going to come out of the depositors' hands in the banks because the bank equity cannot handle those losses. So we have been propelled by the World Bank in our United States economy here that either way we lose. If we do not have a World Conservation Bank established as a result of this Congress that I went to, that will take out this debt and refinance it using the world's wilderness lands as collateral, and we'll get into that. If we do not have this World Conservation Bank, our U.S. economy will collapse. We are at the point of collapse now. The banking authorities that investigate banks are hammering our United States banks right now and saying, you have to write off this debt. This is uncollectible. The loans have gone into non-accrual, and the countries have already admitted that they cannot repay, and you have to write this debt off. They can't write the debt off, or we will go into financial collapse. Either way, you lose.